Kara Loewentheil, Take Back Your Brain, How a Sexist Society Gets in Your Head, and How to Get It Out. In Take Back Your Brain, How a Sexist Society Gets in Your Head, and How to Get It Out, Kara Loewentheil embarks on an illuminating journey into the depths of our subconscious, urging readers to confront and dismantle the internalized misogyny that pervades our thoughts. This book challenges you to recognize that the self-critical voice you often hear isn't your own, but a byproduct of living in a patriarchal society. Through insightful exploration, Loewentheil delves into how women can reclaim their minds by changing thought patterns using cognitive behavioral techniques. Learn how social conditioning has woven a narrative of conditional self-esteem and examine practical strategies to recognize and transform these ingrained beliefs. With strategies like the thought ladder and self-compassion exercises, this book offers a transformative blueprint for fostering genuine self-worth. Get ready to confront societal expectations, receive emotions fearlessly, and harness your intrinsic power to reshape both your mindset and your life.
Rewire your mind. Imagine silencing that critical voice in your head that insists on incessantly meeting societal expectations, or diminishes your ideas and achievements. Many, even the self-proclaimed feminists among us, are subject to this inner critic, a manifestation of internalized misogyny. This phenomenon occurs when women unconsciously adopt and sustain sexist beliefs against themselves or other women due to prolonged exposure to patriarchal norms and standards. From a young age, society teaches women to tether their self-worth to elusive benchmarks, shaping conditional self-esteem that fluctuates with society's capricious demands. The staggering truth is that women frequently downplay their abilities, contrasting men's generally more compassionate self-regard. This self-doubt feeds the brain gap, an underestimation of their performance and potential compared to their male counterparts. Addressing this brain gap requires an understanding that our initial thoughts hold no absolute truth and can be reshaped. Our minds begin as blank canvases, taking in myriad societal messages, often ambivalent, about strength versus submission. Cognitive behavioral therapy unveils how our thinking influences emotions, leading to actions that either reinforce or challenge our original beliefs. Consider if you believe you're friendless, this thought might lead you to withdraw, thus fulfilling the very prediction you dread. To transform our lives, we must redesign our thought processes. This endeavor transcends superficial positivity, it's about identifying and obliterating debilitating thoughts through gradual rewiring techniques. Expect friction from your brain, it doesn't readily abandon comfort zones. Such resistance, termed limbic friction, stems from the limbic system's preference for familiarity over novelty or threat. Combat this discomfort with self-care and understanding. If grappling with mistakes, greet them with a curious, compassionate mindset by asking, what's truly occurring here? Practice compassion daily with a simple drill. Whenever a self-critical thought arises, tag it with, how human of me. For instance, I snapped at my children. How human of me, turns a moment of negativity into one of self-forgiveness. Reclaiming your mind from ingrained misogyny involves an ongoing, patient journey of commitment and kindness toward oneself. By defying the internalized misogynistic voice, not only do you metamorphose your own life, but you also chip away at the patriarchal systems fueling these toxic mindsets. So why wait? Start bridging your brain gap and stepping into a more authentic future today. Embrace your emotions. Emotions are integral to our journey in reclaiming our minds from the grips of internalized misogyny. Consider that emotions are merely thoughts in disguise, mental constructs we have the power to alter. Yet, our awareness often doesn't extend to these thoughts, instead, we become attuned only to the emotions they stir. Delving into these feelings is crucial as they are the brain's indicators of our underlying thoughts. While recognizing feelings can be daunting, especially with negative emotions like sadness and shame, it's even more challenging for women due to long-standing patriarchal stereotypes. Historically, society has painted women as overly emotional, a concept originating from ancient Greek medicine where hysteria described women's emotional states. This bias continued through the Victorian era and persists even today, undermining women's credibility and rights. However, there is a transformative approach to dealing with emotions: receive them unreservedly. Rather than resisting or numbing these feelings, leaning into them allows us to endure and process what we feel. Interestingly, research indicates that embracing an emotion head-on typically sees the intensity diminish in about 90 seconds. So, how do we train ourselves to receive emotions effectively? Begin by identifying and articulating them. Is it anger or sadness? Acknowledge how your body reacts to such emotions, fast heartbeats or sweaty palms, and describe this as if to an outsider. This conscious repetition helps your body to recalibrate. Moreover, use somatic techniques to further engage with your feelings. Shift to peripheral vision during heightened emotional states to signal calmness to your brain. Practice cross-body stimulation, such as tapping alternately on your knees or shoulders, to redirect the brain's focus. Employ box breathing exercises by inhaling, holding, and exhaling in 4-count cycles to center yourself. If emotions still seem overwhelming, turn to positive affirmations, reassure yourself of safety. By attentively receiving and understanding our emotions, we unravel the thought patterns behind them. This awareness equips us to confront and dismantle the internalized misogyny influencing our emotional expression. Remember, it's essential to validate your feelings, examining them with courage. In doing so, you're charting a course towards reclaiming your mind from patriarchal shackles and stepping into a more authentic, empowered version of yourself. Reclaim your inner power. Imagine having the ability to transform your thoughts and feelings, becoming your most authentic and empowered self without needing approval from others. Start by recognizing that your emotions stem from not the outer world but from the thoughts you carry within. By truly owning this, you can control how you perceive any situation. Feeling down or upset when life throws challenges at you is only natural. Treat these moments as cues to become conscious of your thought patterns. A simple exercise: dedicate just 5 minutes to jotting down whatever thoughts come to you, whether they're random musings or concerns dragging you down. Don't censor these thoughts, let them flow freely onto the page. Once you've captured them, match each thought with the emotion it elicits within you. Dissect these thoughts until you recognize their core elements and how they drive your actions. For instance, if a career advancement is proving elusive because fear or anxiety stalls you, unearth the underlying thought. Perhaps fear of seeming greedy to your boss stops you from asking. This may trace back to deep-seated societal beliefs, such as internalized misogyny. Now that you've identified the root of your hesitation, you can take action to change it. Enter the thought ladder exercise, a powerful tool to shift your mindset. Start by pinpointing your current limiting belief. Next, define your goal thought, such as believing you deserve recognition for your contributions. Construct a series of intermediary thoughts, each taking a step closer to your desired mindset. Here's how it works: if your ultimate belief is to feel deserving, begin with thoughts like "asking for what I want isn't greedy," or "I bring unique value to my team." Climb the ladder by choosing thoughts you can genuinely support right now. Progress through each thought gradually until you reach the belief you aspire to internalize. If necessary, ease the transition by adding qualifiers like, "I sometimes work at a level that deserves acknowledgement," or "I am learning to appreciate my own worth." Reinforce each thought by rehearsing it repeatedly until it becomes an intrinsic part of your mindset. This approach empowers you to challenge long-standing, limiting narratives, such as those stemming from patriarchal structures. Through active thought management, you dismantle self-doubt and cultivate a sense of self-assurance that transcends external validation. Let this journey of thought evolution guide you as you rediscover and reclaim your inherent power and potential. Recognize that the path demands patience and persistent practice, but each step up the ladder is a triumph over the negative scripts once ingrained in you. By aligning your thoughts with your belief in your inner worth, you release yourself from needing validation from others. Embrace this inner strength and let it guide you in all facets of life, proving to yourself that your value is intrinsic, rooted within, and entirely independent from external opinions or approval. Embrace your inner power. Society has long shaped men to believe they control their outcomes, while women are often conditioned to wait passively for change. This mindset fosters a disconnect between societal expectations and personal aspirations, widening the gap between what women are told they can achieve and where they truly want to be. However, the truth is liberating: women possess inherent power, even when conditioned to feel otherwise. Recognizing the coexistence of societal hurdles and personal agency is crucial. While it's undeniable that systemic barriers impede women's success, the thoughts we nurture profoundly influence how we confront these obstacles. Women are encouraged to build a world that reflects their true potential through a process I call returns: thought, feeling, action, and subsequently, the result or return of these efforts. By cultivating positive and feasible beliefs, actions align with desired outcomes, altering the world in meaningful ways. Although thoughts don't singularly define reality, they shape feelings and actions that, in turn, affect our lived experiences. By reframing our mental landscape, we don't change the external world but rather how we exist within it. We control the meaning we assign to life's happenings, deciding whether a breakup means mere incompatibility or personal inadequacy, for instance, depends entirely on us. The former perspective promotes growth, while the latter only strengthens negative self-views. Many women underestimate their impact on life's outcomes. A belief in incapacity halts action before it starts. Conversely, thinking you can succeed propels you forward into unknown, life-altering possibilities. To manifest different results, identify the root of your thoughts and how they inform feelings and actions. Employ cognitive exercises to trace these returns back to foundational thoughts, then adjust accordingly using a thought ladder. Reclaiming power doesn't equate to dismissing societal challenges. It's about acknowledging that despite these barriers, you have the capacity to shape your responses, actions, and ultimately, your journey. By challenging limiting beliefs and recognizing your worth, you not only transform your life but contribute to a broader shift in societal norms. Each woman who asserts her power contributes to dismantling internalized misogyny. Start today. Scrutinize your thoughts, question your beliefs, and act on genuine desires, untethered by societal conditioning. Your power has always been waiting. Embrace it fully.
Kara Loewentheil's Take Back Your Brain offers a profound call to action for women challenged by internalized misogyny, providing insightful frameworks for self-empowerment and cognitive transformation. The book encapsulates critical understandings of how women can rewire their thought processes, shifting from self-doubt to self-assurance by employing techniques like the thought ladder and emotional processing exercises. Emphasizing the importance of self-compassion and agency, Loewentheil guides readers in breaking free from societal constraints and embracing intrinsic value. By reframing how we perceive and respond to internal and external stimuli, the book reveals that empowerment and change are achievable through intentional thought management. This narrative encourages women not only to alter their personal landscapes, but also to contribute to the broader dismantling of patriarchal influences. Engage with this resource to redefine self-worth, embrace emotional authenticity, and courageously step towards a reclaimed and empowered sense of self.